Alrighty then. Final recording of Grisaia for the day. I've done 3 in the same day for Michiru, so if anybody is experiencing any weird time gaps between anything and everything, the past 2 episodes that I've done of this, I've recorded in the same day. It's the only thing that I've recorded for this day, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Wait a minute, and welcome, my name is Yuusha Anime, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. And now, in the last episode, we got way more depth into Michiru herself, to the point where we saw her looking like a very traumatized and very fragile person. So scared to even think of what she had done in the time that she had lost her own consciousness, or, in this case, have memory gaps. So, we're going to go further with this one, because it seems like we've managed to patch it up with her, and also she seems to be in a much better mood. So guys, without any further ado, ikimashouka. Got my Coke with me as well, of course. Had it the past 3 episodes. There's only one truth, but the same facts will inevitably be interpreted in wildly different ways depending on the viewpoint of the observer. The writer writes in the history books, and they always come out looking pretty good. If you're searching for the absolute truth, you got no choice but to wade through various accounts with a critical eye, painstakingly piecing together a more neutral perspective. Yeah, and if you have a bite, it's very hard to do it. But even then, clearly distorted information can often throw your puzzle into a confused jumble. Oh yes. So how about this? Instead of sifting through everything you can find, dramatically restrict your sources of information. Ignore the third parties entirely and talk only to those who were directly involved. Yes. In most cases, that's simply not practical, but every once in a great while, it's an effective strategy. Coming in. Oh, I'm going to... Oh, by the way, this is now part 72. A little bit. No, I see your face in my dreams every night. A real nice expression on it too. If you know... Oh! Oh! Hold on. God damn, Yuji! Okay, enough joking around. Sorry to barge in like this, but there was actually something I was hoping you can get for me. I do my job with the tools I'm given. This concerns my private life. Oh yes, it does. Definitely. Allow you to get me a dose of combination of action for a cat and some flea medication while you're at it. No. I'm on a leash myself. Why'd I do the same to an animal? Damn. Anyway, I want to give that cat one of those 3-in-1 shots at the very least. Just for safety's sake, can you get it tested for common diseases? I'll get a blood sample for you. I'm gonna be paying for it, right? True enough, I guess. Oh damn. That's a service. Okay. Yeah, nandemoya. That is indeed jack of all trades, nandemoya, because nandemoi, nandemoya. Like saying it's nothing, then it's like, well, nandemoya means like, well, I'm a do-it-yourself guy, I have loads of tricks, so I'm a jack of all trades. It's still a help. Appreciate it. Alright then, I'll see you in my dreams. Oh damn, as I turn to leave, Chisuke grabs my arm to detain me. Yeah, it's interesting that we didn't mention anything about Chizuru's past, considering that we'd done it with, Sachi. Leaning back in her chair, Chizuru pushes her glasses up her nose with the tip of her finger. We may not have spent that much time together, but we'd known each other long enough. The woman can see right through me at times. Well, it's not like I need to hide it, I suppose. It's about Michiru. The cat belongs to her, by the way. I learned that she's an extremely moody woman. Also, she sleeps in a room saturated with the sugary smell of cheap artificially coloured candies.
ちょっと風見くん、部屋で松島さんに変なことしたわけじゃないでしょうね。
No, nothing to worry about. I paid a brief visit because I had something to discuss with her, that's all.
だったらいいけど、問題になるような行動は慎みなさい。普通の学園生活が送りたいんでしょ。
Hey, she invited me herself, it's fine.
それで問題のない範疇で松島さんのことを説明することはできるけど、どうする？
Oh. After all this wandering around, following a trail of breadcrumbs, an unexpected blue bird arrives on the scene. Does Chizuru have the answers I've been looking for? Honestly, I'd be grateful. That said, you can't exactly email me your records, I assume. No, of course not.
私はここだけの話なんて言葉は信じてないけど、風見くんなら信頼できるし。
Alright then, let me ask you something. Does Michiru... Oh, god damn it. But for some reason I don't feel like asking Chizuru the question anymore. If anyone's going to tell me Michiru's story, it should be Michiru herself. Oh wow, we changed our mind at the last second. Sorry, don't think I need that explanation after all. Should have been necessary, really. If Michiru needs my help in some way, I assume she'll come to me herself. Damn.
傍観することに決めたのね。風見くんがそうしたいのならそうしましょう。
Okay. Sorry to waste your time. Damn. So we didn't in the end. That's interesting. By asking Chizuru, I probably could have obtained a decent amount of new information. But when I remember Michiru quivering under her blanket, I think I made the right choice just now. Yeah, she's gotta overcome it herself, and if I know, that's gonna make it even worse. I can't help but feel that learning about Michiru's background without her knowledge would be a betrayal of sorts. Yeah, I agree. Alright, 8:15 on the 28th of July. A few days later, after loading the vaccine Michiru got me into a syringe, I decided to inoculate Michiru's mangy little cat, or mangy. Problem being, the animal in question seems to despise me. Maybe it's picking up on the lingering scent of blood? Instinctive hostility against a fellow predator. Either way, it's a problem. Making a dog behave itself is comparatively easy. They're generally not used to heights, so plop it down on an elevated operating table and it'll be too busy quaking with fear to thrash around. But cats outright enjoy sharply differentiated terrain. Oh yeah. Subduing a feline requires different methods. If you cover their eyes and hold them steady, they'll gently settle down. Same goes for most animals, really. Yes, that's apparently true. That said, there's no point in covering the animal's head in a paper sack and suffocating it, which leaves me with the most fundamental strategy of all. Pure physical restraint. Jesus. I mean, I guess. Duds. What? Flash. Oh. So it's Amane. I see. Good timing. Actually, tell me, do you have a laundry net?
下着洗ったりするときに使うやつ？あるけど貸してほしいの？洗濯物なら私がやってあげるわよ。
No, it's not that. No, I'll be using it myself. Don't worry about it. Oh, damn it.
何？もしかしてあれ？パンツとか洗ってもらうの恥ずかしいとか？
No, it's not quite that, but it is exactly what she said. That's not the issue here. I need the net to minimize potential damage. Are you going to lend it to me or not?
ダメージって何よ？貸してあげるけどさ、そんな言い方しなくてもいいのに。はい、どうぞ。
Thank you. Sorry, appreciate it.
それで何を選択するの？
I'm not watching anything. Yep. All right. See you later.
どういうこと？もしかして男性用ブラジャー？実はユージは噂のあれを日常的に使ってるけど恥ずかしいからこっそり洗ってるとか？
What? I'm getting the impression that I've left Amane with a fairly serious misunderstanding, but I have other priorities than that take precedence right now. I can correct her delusions at a later date. Yeah, you can easily do that. Well then, even among trained veterinarians, many have difficulties handling cats. Oh yes, strays in particular tend to bite and claw. Need to be careful. Taking a pinch of silver vine powder from my pocket, I rub a little onto my fingertips. You're around here, aren't you? Come on out. Hello. I make a conspicuous rustling sound with the bag of powder, and before the cat wanders around out of the brush to investigate, I bend down and hold out my hand. Most cats have a habit of sniffing at fingertips when they're made available. Yes, they do. The black cat isn't particularly fond of me, but the scent of powder does its work. It walks up cautiously, bringing its nose to my fingers. And in that instant, your face was sealed. Gotcha! I caught the pussy. I caught the pussycat. Taking advantage of the cat's momentary carelessness, I pluck it up off the ground by the scruff of its neck and toss it into the laundry net I borrowed from Amane. Some would doubtless take exception to this strategy from the perspective of the animal welfare, but I planned this out fairly, carefully to ensure the least possible risk of lasting harm to this creature. Yeah, I can agree with that. As for those of you who still have complaints, I'll listen once you've liberated every pet on Earth from their collars and converted America to the vegan diet. Until then, surely you have better things to be worried about. Facts. Facts. Whoa. Usually laying on thick facts right now. Calm yourself, animal. I mean no harm. It's a simple vaccination. Sometimes there are side effects, but rarely worse than the high fever. You won't die, trust me. That's right. Go limp. Not like you can escape anyway. Here goes. Oh, here we go. I take out a nylon cosmetics pouch from my pocket. Naturally, there's no makeup inside. This just happened to be an ideally sized to inconspicuously store a certain pen-shaped syringe. Taking out the item in question, I carefully jab the needle into my very first flank. I'm sorry. Good boy. Don't worry. It'll be over soon. Relax. I didn't do that. Damn, I was completely off guard. Think I'd let you of all people take my back. This disgrace is unbearable. Go ahead, kill me. Apparently agitated by the arrival of its owner, the black cat violently rips open the net and leaps to freedom. Nothing bad, don't worry about it. Yeah. I was vaccinating him. For some reason I find myself answering Michiru's questions with the cosmetics bag and syringe held behind my back. Oh, yeah, I get the message. Sorry about that. Convey my apologies to your cat as well. He's pissed. Seems like I've reinforced the cat's enmity towards me. Haven't done myself many favours in Michiru's book, either. In retrospect, I might as well have told her the truth, but the words just didn't come out. Why didn't I tell her? Maybe I've been spending too much time around the girl. Her pseudo tsundere seems like it might be rubbing off on me slightly. You're telling me? Well, that's all well and good, but what do I do about this net? Yeah, good question. Oh. Sachi? You seeing Amane around? She told the rumor, didn't she? Oh no. その噂聞いたの、サチ。それは欲しくないよ。欲しくない。それは噂だけだじゃん。それは噂だけだろ。Yep, she's heard the thing about me having that now. I'd appreciate it if you told me where she is.
そうですね。お部屋に戻って行かれましたよ。
I see. Guess I'll head over there.
風見さん。
Huh?
私がこんなことを言うのもおこがましいとは承知していますが、聞いてください。
Okay. What?
私は風見さんはどんな風見さんでも風見さんだと思っています。それに男性がブラジャーをしていても変に見られる時代ではありません。むしろごく自然です。逆につけてない方が変ですよね。
I don't wear one. I see. So that's what this is about.
はい。できればカップ数などを教えていただければ私が風見さんにぴったりのブラジャーを用意させていただきますが
I'm not gonna be Magic Mike!
アンダーとトップのわかるかな
Yeah, of course I know what they are.
そのアンダーっていうのはですね
band,
トップバストと
Yeah, I know what they are. Listen, Sachi, that was a misunderstanding of Amane's pure fantasy. There's no truth to what you're imagining.
はい、忘れます。ですが、忘れないでください。この小峰幸、風見さんがどんな風見さんでも
Yep.
尊敬しております。
Thank you, Sachi. I see. Nice to hear. I had to admit, though, the look of painted determination in your eyes and the way you're chewing your lower lip leave me of slightly mixed feelings.
この小峰幸、風見さんが
It's like her idol has been shattered. What a joke. Forget it, Sachi.
はい、そうさせていただきます。
Yeah, please do. Amina, you in there?
ああ、ユージ。何？どうしたの？
You've got some explaining. The net I borrowed from you ended up getting torn to shreds. Sorry about that. I'll get you an equivalent replacement later.
いや、それは気にしなくていいのよ。だってほらね、男性用ともなるとワイヤーが強いやつ使ってるかもしれないしね。
She thought I was after the wire inside the frickin'...
ネットが切れちゃうこともあるわよね。
I don't wear a bra.
そんなこと言ってないじゃない。私がさもユージがブラをつけてると思ってるみたいな言い方やめてよね。
But you do.
思ってます。何かつけ心地は？
I'm telling you, I don't wear a bra, woman.
いいの。だから隠さなくていいから。ね。
Oh, do I have to show you my tits now to prove it? I grab Amina's hands and push it firmly against my chest. What do you think?
熱い胸板。
That's not what I'm asking. Does it feel like I'm wearing a bra?
つけてないです。
Glad we come to an understanding. I'll be going now.
逆につけたくなったら私が選んであげるからね。
Why are you trying to make me wear a bra? Listen, I do not need support from my tutters. They are fine. For crying out loud, there are countless varieties of awkward misunderstandings in the world, but this one has really distinguished itself on the mentally draining scale. Michiru. Wait, the cat's inside. Like a cheap LCD screen, the truth changes colour based on your perspective. Let's view it from a fixed angle. Find a view sources you can trust and stick to them. Yeah, even actions you take with the best of intentions can be easily warped through misinterpretation into strange misdeeds. Happens every day, in fact. Oh yes. Oh yes, they do. I sink into the sofa and heave a heavy sigh. I don't blame you. Ooh, okay, we're getting into the evening now. A certain playwright once wrote that any sorrow's tempered if you have a friend to share it, and there's a long-standing British proverb to the effect of wine and friends only get better with age. I thought it was only wine gets better with age, but okay. But is there any truth to these claims? I'm not so sure myself. Let's say you set out on a trip, luggaging around a few bags. You probably experience some level of anxiety about them being lost or stolen, right? Oh yes, me on my first plane flight, I was petrified if they went the wrong place. In that case, wouldn't it have been more pleasant to bring nothing at all? In the more so if you were carrying something truly precious. Isn't it better to lock the things you treasure away in a safe box? Or perhaps not to treasure anything in the first place? Ooh. I'm sitting in the lobby, indulging in some after-dinner reading when Harmony walks up with Makina in tow. I lift my eyes from the summer of doors and ask if they need something.
実はね、ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、私明日から帰省することになってたのよ。それをユージに伝えるのすっかり忘れちゃってて。
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with using summer vacation to see your family. I don't see any reason you should apologize to me.
そうなんだけど、ほら、ユージにご飯とか作ってあげたりもしてたでしょ。
Are you telling me to look after her?
できなくなっちゃうからさ。
Not a problem. As long as I have beans to eat, I won't die.
君はそれでいいかもしれないけど、私が心配なのよ。ちゃんと栄養のあるもの食べないと大きくなれないわよ。
Well, are you making light of the nutritive qualities of beans, woman? Yeah, how dare you?
してないけど、偏るのは良くないじゃない。何事もバランスよく。給食は三角に食べなさいって教わらなかった？
Beans and toast. Oh god. Piecing together your meals from all the groups, right? Pretty sure they retired that as too inflexible and restrictive as a guideline.
そうなの？でもね、私が言いたいことはバランスが重要ってことなのよ。
Oh yeah, of course. I see. Well, don't worry about it. I think I'll get by one way or the other. Yeah, Machina, she's crying. Now that I look, Machina's latched onto Harmony's sleeve, her small shoulders trembling, combined with her diminutive frame. She looks remarkably like a lost child at the moment. What's wrong, Machina? You that broken up over Harmony leaving for a while? I know you're two practically sisters, but... What is it?
違うのよ。お兄ちゃんと会えなくなるのが寂しいのよさ。
Oh. What do you mean by that? Harmony gently strokes Machina's head a few times, then gives me an exaggerated shrug of the shoulders.
やっぱりこの子を置いていけないじゃない。だから一緒に連れて行こうと思って。
So we're gonna have no Machina for a while, holy goodness. Oh, how admirable. You're an exemplary guardian, you know that? Those idiots who get caught out playing basketball and forget their children in the car could learn a thing or two from you. Oh, definitely.
ハマネと一緒なのは嬉しいけど、お兄ちゃんと離れるのは悲しいのよ。
I'll be
と離
alright.
れるのも悲しいのよ。
Oh.
ユミちゃんは普通。
Oh.
みちるは？みちるって誰？
Ouch.
ちょっと待ちなさいよね。あたしでしょ、あたし。にゃー。ああ、こいつか。いや、
パス。
ちょっとよくわかんないからいいです。
Damn.
いいですってどういうこと？ねえ。
No comment.
ノーコメントってこと？
Yep, no comment.
ちょっとなんで無視なのよ。まあきっとみちると会えなくなるのが寂しいのよ。だからこうして強がってるのよね。
Yeah. Maybe.
すっごく不満そうに返事したけど。ところでこれ何の話？
Oh, for God's sake. The girl must have heard her name in passing and reflexively inserted herself into the conversation. Yeah. The ability to talk for that long without a clue about the topic could be called a sort of talent in its own right. Yeah. True, the more impressive feat here is the total lack of comment regarding the cat perched on Michiru's head. But that one's less attributable to Michiru's talents than our well-honoured ignoring skills. Oh yeah. Seems Amane is going home as of tomorrow and she's taking Machina with her.
そうなの。せいぜい気をつけ。嘘！みちるには先週言ったじゃない。ユージには伝え忘れてたけど。
Oh.
ああ、そういえばそんな話聞いてないわよ。いやいや、ちゃんと言ったでしょ。どうせ話半分で聞いてたとかじゃないの？そうかな。そうなのかな。それでマキナも一緒に行くと？
Yeah, they're going all the way to Tokyo.
ああ、せやで。
せやね。
そうなの。まあ数日ぐらい楽しめばいいんじゃないのかしらね。2週間よ。
Oh.
週
か。
チルチル、そういうわけだからお兄ちゃんをよろしく頼むのよ。
Oh, damn.
ユージのことなんて知らないんだからね。それじゃあ私たちは準備があるからまたね。
Alright.
まあいいわ。ちょっと量が寂しくなるけど仕方ないものね。他のみんなとその分楽しく過ごせばいいわ。
I mean, yeah, sure. Just as the words are leaving Michiru's mouth, Sachi passes by the lobby, sweeping the passage with vigorous movements of her broom.
あ、サチ、いいところに来たわね。ちょっとカミング、I'm coming.
Oh god. I have been corrupted for far too long. Betraying no surprise at this disturbing greeting, Sachi carefully leans her broom against the wall before trotting over to us, contentious as always.
はい、みちる様、何かご用でしょうか。そして、I'm coming は若干いかがなものかと。
Thank you, Sachi. Thank you. Thank you.
なんで？まあ、そんなことはいいのよ。ご用なのよ。実は、明日からアマネとマキナが帰省するらしいの。
Yeah.
はい、私もそのように聞いております。
Yeah.
よし。それでちょっと寂しくなるからパーティーグッズの一つでも用意しておいてくれないかなって思って。
Wait, why party goods? Hold on.
なるほど、パーティーグッズですか。鼻とヒゲがついてるメガネであるとか、 三角のおどけた帽子であるとかの楽しげなグッズですね。
I
そう
don't
そう
know.
あれよ。ああいうのがあるとね、意外に盛り上がるもんなのよ。イエーイバッファローゲームなんつってさ。
Buffalo game? Wait, what?
はい。では花ひげメガネはタックスープ社のグルーチョくん4号をご用意させていただきます。数は人数分でよろしくね。私とユージとあんたとユミコ。お言葉ですが、ミチル様。
Oh, is Yumiko gone back home?
何よ、お金なら払うわよ。その辺をむにゃむにゃにすると後で揉めるって分かってるんだからね。
That's not that.
そういった若干の生臭い話ではなくてですね。ですから3つで十分かと。
Oh. Oh, Sachi as well. She's going back to her uncle.
なんでいろいろと込み入った事情がありますが、一言で表現しますと頼まれたからです。そうだったら仕方ないわよね。頼まれたら断れないものね。
So that just leaves
じゃあ
Yumiko.
3人でゆっくりと羽を伸ばすとしましょうね。
2 sets should be plenty, Sachi. I'm not going to partake. What?
なんですぐに2つで十分って言いたがるのよ。もう予備も含めて多くあった方がいいでしょ。4枚を頼み申す。それで結局いくつ用意すればよろしいのでしょうか。4個。
2. Oh, for God's sake.
はい。では2つ用意させていただきます。
Damn, totally ignored.
今何らかの上下関係を踏まえて判断した。
Damn.
ミチル様、物事には必ず優先順位というものが存在しますので。
I understand why Yuji's trying to avoid it. I really
最初
do.
にきちんと4個用意しますが、そのうちの2個を持ってきます。ほらね、ミチル様、これで安心。
I don't know if that's the way to relax,
私の
but
言い分が
okay.
守られてるなら、それはそれでいいかもね。はい、ではお買い物に行ってまいります。
Okay. Seems like it's going to be a good bit quieter around here.
まあね。でもさすがにこの広い寮に2人っきりってわけにはならないから大丈夫よ。ユミコがいるもんね。
She was thinking that as well.
ユミコがまあユミコでもいないよりはマシか。旅行の準備もこ
There
れ
we
で
go.
終わりと。
Yeah, she's going. With beautiful timing, Sakagi enters stage left with an enormous suitcase. An overseas vacation, perhaps? Michiru watches in utter shock, her mouth flapping in a manner strongly reminiscent of a stunned trout. Oh, you're taking a vacation as well, Sakaki?
そう、明日から。だってずっとここにいたら息が詰まっちゃうもの。2週間だからすぐに帰ってくるわ。
We are going to be all alone for 2 weeks. Don't worry, I'll join you.
あら、どうかしたの松島さん。いえ、どうもしてないです。明日には出
Aww.
発だから、今日は早く寝なくちゃ。
Michiru, I am so sorry. Michiru, my friend. Oh, seems like it's going to be just you and me for a while.
そうね。あんたと二人きりなんてごめんだけどね。そもそもね、一つ屋根の下で年頃の男女が過ごすなんて異常なのよね。
In that case, should I leave as well? If you're feeling anxious, I wouldn't hesitate to lodge at my workplace for a while. Don't want to make you uncomfortable.
いや、
Oh.
いいわよ別に。その代わり変なことしたら承知しないからね。
2 weeks isn't too long. If you find yourself unbearably anxious, I recommend simply holding up in your room until the others return. I'm sure you'll be able to handle a little solitary confinement.
もういい
Damn.
いいからもう黙ってなさい。
Alright. Damn. Oh, 5 in the morning. We're doing our morning jog. As I'm setting out for my daily marathon the next morning, I discover a strange little scene. Michiru skulking around the area in a blatantly suspicious fashion. Oh yes, very suspicious. She scuttles around the courtyard, keeping low and hugging the wall like a cockroach, shooting cautious glances all around her. Even for her, this is fishy behaviour. Alright, now I feel like I'm going to turn into David Attenborough even reading this. In particular, the black cat riding on her head adds a distinctly surreal flavor. I'm sincerely glad the girl was born well past the witch hunting era. I decided to observe in an effort to determine her objectives. The cat meowed.
静かになさいね、こにゃ。
She's spying on me.
にゃー。だから今はちょっとそれどころじゃないの。
She's stalking me.
ささささささささささささささ。
What's she even doing up at this hour? I did once observe her heading for the sea around this time, but I'm pretty sure she was looking for a cat. Yeah, that was right. And at the moment, the animal in question is firmly perched on top of her head. In other words, there's something else going on here. Perhaps this is strange behavior. This strange behavior might not be the usual Michiru. I don't mean that in a figurative sense. Maybe the other Michirus emerged. Nope. No, definitely not. The exact nature of this little ceremony is unclear to me. But she's wandering around the area restlessly, making freakish little noises. The girl's never exactly normal, but this is particularly odd. Might it be the other one after all? Michiru, my friend. Impressive vertical. Michiru jerks up to the air with a shriek of surprise, retreating a good meter in a single bound. I was doing my daily jog. Right back at you, Master Shimi Michiru. What are you doing up at this hour? Yeah, she's never up this early.
それはあれだ、風見裕二。私は外の風に当たりたくてここに来たのだよ。
Right. Okay, got it. There's no wind today.
むふなんちゃって。それじゃあ私塾があるんで。
We're in the same school. Oh, cram school at 5 in the morning. Very zealous. What's the name of this early bird educational facility, if I might ask? Oh.
朝5時ゼミナール。略して5ゼミ、あるいは朝ナール。
Right. So that's a lie, right?
嘘です。
Yeah, I thought so. Then what's really going on here?
なんでもないの。本当になんでもないんです。だから許してください。帰ってください。
Why? Why? Well, this certainly isn't the normal Michiru, but it doesn't feel much like the other one either. Don't tell me this is the arrival of Michiru 3. Oh no, not another one!
お願いします、風見さん。ここから早く立ち去ってください。ここは危険なんです。だから早く。
Hold on. Try telling me what's so dangerous. If I'm convinced, I'll do as you say.
もし地震が来たら揺れるし、そう、すげー揺れるし、震度によってはびっくりするぐらい揺れるし。
Yeah, not buying it. That applies equally everywhere. Anything else? Yeah.
あと、火事の時は燃えるし、親父がすげー燃えるし、たくさんの親父がすげー燃えるし。
So, an elderly, spontaneous combusting genocide? We're getting nowhere. Think it's time to explore the alternative strategies. Let's try going straight to the point. Tell me why you're really out here, and who you are.
私は私でしょ。何言ってるのよ。もう、だから、
Yeah, you're gonna try whistling, are you?
ペペペ。
Beep. What the hell's that? Good lord, she started spewing saliva in my general direction. Oh. Is this really the way young women act these days?
ペペペペ。ほら、猫にゃも。にゃ。
Cease this disgraceful waste of bodily fluids immediately, maggot! Even in the god of hydration forgets you, I never will.
だって本当に帰ってほしいんだもん。
You become a car engine again? Her strong front quickly crumbles into a crumpled, desperate grimace. The girl looks about ready to burst into tears. I suppose withdrawing would be the gentlemanly thing to do at this point, or even slightly before it, honestly. Alright, understood. In that case, I'll be...
いいから帰りなさいよ。ノー挨拶、ノーライフ。
No manner, no life. Okay. Alright then. See you later.
だからなんで挨拶すんだよ、バカ。
Alright, goodbye. I'm off for my jog. See you later. But in the end, that behaviour was simply too unnatural to ignore. I temporarily returned as far as the courtyard, but soon doubled back to observe Michiru from a distance. Nice. Beginning from a prostrate position, I advanced with the standard GSDF low crawl to the vicinity of my target, the Japanese Defense Force. Okay. As if choosing a sniping point, I moved to a location that affords good visibility of the scene while providing me with an optical cover. Right, this should do nicely. My view of the scene is unobstructed, and I have a clear space escape route secure. An ideal observation point. Oh yes.
まったくなんでこんなタイミングで
What were you trying to do, Michiru? Come on. Even as she wanders around complaining about me, Michiru's petting the cat on top of her head. An abnormally dexterous woman, if nothing else.
みちる様お待たせしました
Wait, aren't you supposed to be leaving soon, Sachi? This pattern is interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Sachi. Does she have some knowledge of Michiru's secret purpose?
そんなに大声出さないでよすみませんでは小声で例の
Okay, what did you request Sachi to get?
それはほらちょっと待って深呼吸してから
Shingoku? The item. Seems to be a bartering session of some kind. I've heard that dedicated smugglers are a common phenomenon in prison. Does the same system exist in the school? Probably. I mean, with Sachi. Yes. Alright, why is Michiru now sounding like chocolate and vanilla? Well, chocolate from, Nekapara. Then nyan 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 nyan.
落ち着いてください大丈夫ですか大丈夫よモロチンよモロチンよあれモロチンよあれ
She can't say anything properly. All's well. Mochidon. Mochidon.
それだと卑猥な単語を連発しているヤキフマン OL 強固なブログみたいですよ
Yakufumon is not a common word, but it basically means sexual frustration. So, there you go. Another Japanese lesson of the day.
誰よ強固ってわかりません榊さんのブックマークで見ただけなので京子の素性までは
What type of mystery novel is this?
そうであのねこんな時間に呼び出して悪かったわねはい大丈夫ですよそれで頼まれていた品物をご用意しましたの
Oh god, now that does sound fishy.
あらそうそれでうほん
Oh, shocking to think I'd catch my own classmates red-handed for the sake of their futures. It would be best to stop this now. Nice try, punks. An unregistered gun deal on my beat? You got some nerve. Hands behind your head and kneel. Sachi falls to her knees on the dirt as instructed. I walk up behind her and wedge her legs apart with my foot. Alright then, no funny business.
ちょっとなんであんたがいるわけもう帰ったんじゃないの
Silence! You're 10 years too young to be dabbing in black market weapon sales. You rank amateur. Hurry up and kiss the dirt.
誰が闇取引よそんなことするわけないでしょ
Normally you wouldn't think that, but unfortunately Yuuchi thinks that. But Sachi's obediently following my instructions, isn't she?
それはいつものことじゃない
Yeah, she does. Now that you mention it, so she does. But if guns aren't involved, that would leave a drug deal? Alright, methamphetamine test seems warranted. Stay where you are while we wait for the kids. Prepare for a urine test.
はいじゃないでしょ
God damn
で
it.
もないわよ合法なことしかしてません
Right. Is what she says true, Sachi?
はいみちる様も私も非合法なことはしていません
Alright, let's go then. I see. Sorry about that. You can raise your head now.
はい実はみちる様に雑誌を購入してくるように頼まれたんですしかも受け渡しはきっかり5時にこの場所でと
Like the things we cleaned up before.
余計なこと言わなくていいのよ
Now it makes sense. Buy the magazine. Surely you can handle that much in your own, Michiru.
いやそうなんだけど
She's embarrassed to buy it, isn't she?
何でも意識したら
There we
買えなくなっ
go.
てしまったよう
The
です
innocence. Awkward? What's awkward about it? Explain.
こ
Uh-oh.
れが頼まれたものです
Uh-oh.
あ
Uh-oh. I take the magazine from Sachi. The cover is a nauseating, sparkly abomination featuring the prominent headline, Beloved Barrette Beautification, an outfit straight from the marvelous military. What? What is this thing? Okay, forget the rest for now. First things first. I need to annihilate this company. The magazine cover is so bad I want to destroy the company. Jesus Christ. Yuji, what else is on there?
倒しますか？手で行きますか？
Yeah, that sounds about right. Bare knuckle justice. Alright, Sachi, let's go. We're going to bring down that company with our fists.
待ちなさい。どこに行くのよ。まだ5時よ。
Oh, true. A lapse in judgment on my part. Well then, what's this rank supposed to be?
みちる様がユージって女の子が仲良く着てたら喜ぶのかしらねと私に相談してくださったんです。
Oh my god. Are you serious? Wait, really? Wow, I'm actually impressed. I know it's a cliche, but I didn't expect it to be that. I actually didn't.
私はいろいろ考えました。デザインよりも機能性を重視したアイテムを好む風見さんですから、きっとミリタリー系が好きなんじゃないかと。
Makes sense now.
サーチ。それ以上は。こういった雑誌があることは知識として持っていたので買ってきたわけです。
Makes
です
sense.
が人に見られたくないということで、その結果が今の早朝取引です。
Mm-hmm. Oh, Michiru.
はい。
She's just
で
giving
も
up.
風見さん本人がこうしてやってきたのですから、もう雑誌は必要ありませんね。直接聞けば解決ではありませんか。
She's right.
はい。
She's right, you know, Sachi.
風見さん、女の子の服で好きなものってありますか？
Not particularly.
なるほど。みちる様、これと言ってないそうですよ。答えが分かってよかったですね。はい。どうもありがとうございました。では、私は出発の準備がありますので、失礼いたします。
Shipatsu is preparations. Oh, Michiru, I just want to give her a hug. Her face bright red, Michiru bites her lower lip and quivers visibly. I don't quite understand the situation, but she also seems to be perspiring heavily. A stomachache, perhaps. Michiru, my friend?
何ですか？お腹は痛くないですよ。
Mm-hmm, okay. Not a fact. We started with the not a fact again. Nice. Utter silence. Michiru refuses to even make eye contact. Michiru, let me ask you one thing.
何ですか？
What exactly is a beloved beret?
うるさいわね。そんなの知らないわよ。あんたのために雑誌見て参考にしたりとかそんなんじゃないからね。本当にそんなんじゃないんだからね。ペペペペ。
The marvelous military, is it? I pick up the abandoned magazine and jot down the address of a certain rotten publisher with insufficient respect for the gravity of military affairs. God damn. Oh, Yuji's gonna destroy it. I actually think he's gonna destroy that company. A few hours thereafter, everyone who's leaving for summer vacation gathers in the courtyard outside the dorm.
それじゃユージ、あとはよろしくね。
Alright.
お兄ちゃん、お土産いっぱい持ってくるからね。私は日記以外の八つ橋なら何でもいいわよ。
Yatsuhashi. Oh, okay.
わかったのよさ。うるさい金髪ね。
Oh, damn.
ちょっとマキな。これから出かけるんだから喧嘩しないの。
Yeah, don't do that.
だって私じゃないのよ。こいつがうだうだ言うから。言ってないでしょ。そんなに感じ悪かった？
Oh, damn.
いやまあいいけどさ。それじゃあ行ってくるのよさ。
Alright. Want you back out there?
寂しいだろうけど、なんとか我慢してね。
Oh no. Oh no. After throwing a kiss, the girl saunters off. Makina follows in her wake, the remorner of Amane's shock.
それでは私もそろそろ失礼させていただきます。あの雑誌はお役に立ちましたでしょうか？
Uh-oh.
わあ、それはもうとっても役に立ったからね。だからもうね、早く行ってらっしゃい。早く？みちる様、お部屋の掃除でお困りになりましたらご連絡ください。
Of course,
この
that's the
ご
main
皆さん
con-
一旦この地に戻り次第ミチル様の部屋の掃除を遂行。その後また戻らせていただきます。
Oh, damn.
早い。
Damn.
そんなことしなくていいから。ゆっくりしてきて。ゆっくり。
Take a break.
はい、わかりました。では行ってまいります。もちろんお土産も用意しますからね。
Not to worry. Sakaki, I don't need any souvenirs.
何よその言い方。私だってちゃんと買ってくる常識ぐらいあります。
由美子のお土産ってどんなの？
Oh.
どんなのって、いたって普通よ。暗闇で光る骸骨のキーホルダーとか、そういうの。
Sounds pretty normal.
でしょ。
Yeah.
だから心配しなくていいのよ。いいタペストリー買ってくるから。それじゃあ。
Alright. Michiru, your room is pretty dreary, come to think of it.
そんなことないでしょ。私の部屋にタペストリー飾らせようとしないでよ。あれでしょ、あの観光地で売ってる変な三角のやつ。
Okay.
変？
Uh-oh.
いきなや
Uh-oh.
つ欲しいな。5枚ぐらい欲しいな。
Just for the future reference, Michiru, most people refer to triangular flag things as pennants.
松島さんに6枚。それじゃ。
Alright, there we go. Good for you. Sakaki's got a kind side, doesn't she? Seems like she's going to buy you one more than requested.
とっさに適当なこと言わなきゃよかった。
Yeah, you brought down yourself. Alright, might as well head back to the dorm. We'll be alone for a while, but there's no reason that has to disrupt our normal Oh, when I turned my gaze on Michiru, I discovered that her cheeks are flushed an alarming shade of red. Oh. Okay, running a temperature perhaps? What's wrong? They came with the sudden fevers? You should really consider seeing a doctor.
大丈夫。そうね。普段と変わらずに行きましょう。よろしく。
Fine? Really? You're acting pretty strangely, considering.
おかしくないもん。じゃあ、私先に部屋に帰ってるわね。それじゃあ。
And the cat as well. With those words, Michiru clomped off into the dorm in a repeat of her imitation goose stepping march. Oh god, that thing. And my internet's cut out again. Perfect. At the time, I thought it a fairly casual conversation, but that was a misjudgment on my part. Yeah, I thought it was normal. Michiru spent the rest of the day holed up in her room. That wasn't too alarming, but the same thing happened the next day. Struck me as odd still. I figured the girl had her reasons. In the end, Michiru didn't even show her face until a little afternoon on the third day. Oh damn. 1st of August, hello. She must be starving. I'm lounging around reading a young adult novel by the name of Bun Bun Dokuino when I spot Michiru out of the corner of my eye. She's hovering awkwardly at the edge of the lobby. She sounds adorable right now. Hold on. Her voice is too quiet for an attempt at getting my attention. Perhaps I should just ignore her? Then again, she's finally left her room for the first time in the days, so I suppose a basic society etiquette would dictate approaching her on my own initiative. What's wrong, Michiru? Need something? Oh wow, she jumped very hard. My greeting was somewhat abrupt, but Michiru's response with an instant shriek of rejection? Pretty impressive reflexes. I see. In that case, I'll return to my reading. If she's got something to say, why not just spit it out? It's never easy with this girl. After 3 full days shutting up in her room, this is all she has to say? What's her deal anyway? Not that I really care, so as long as she doesn't interrupt my reading. I find the page where I left off and return to the world of fiction. But soon enough, I'm empathetically ejected from the pleasant refuge. Oh, that pleasant refuge. Specifically, she slaps the book out of my hands. Whoa, oh, whoa. I could have dodged, but decided it best to allow the girl to do as she pleases. Oh, she's back. At the moment, I'm thinking about picking up the book that just fell onto the floor.
そうじゃないでしょ。どういうこと？何あの態度？何なの？バカなの？
Oh,
偉そうにしちゃって。もしかして大王気取り？あれ
damn.
か。イカのつもりか。
In a
い
penguin?
い夢、イカ気分か。
You finally showed yourself. I really like to know who you are this time.
何度言わせるの？私は私でしょ？ねえ、そこ座っていい？
Michiru points next to where I'm sitting, then roughly drops down before I can say a word in response. Hey, you don't like that? Then how about this too? Attitude reminds me of a combined forces assault.
でね、
Damn.
ユージ君。君ね、女心分かってないな。
I mean, it's a bit hard to understand it. This sounds like it's going to be a lengthy discussion. Maybe I should make some coffee first.
いらない。あのね、知ってる？この子はさっき声かけるまでに何十回も部屋で練習してたのよ。
How wholesome is Michiru?
でも結局緊張でできなかった。なんでかわかる？
Because she likes me. Insufficient effort on her part, clearly. Oh! Guess she better practice more.
違う。全然違う。
Damn.
そういうことじゃないよね。つまりさ、緊張してドキドキして声がかけられなかったわけ。
Why feel nervous at this point? We're hardly strangers and we already cleared up the unpleasantries between us. Surely there's nothing to feel awkward about.
君がそうでもこの子はそうじゃないの。だから女心がわかんないって言われんのよ。
I really don't think that's true.
何を言っても分かってくれなそうだから、担当直入、一発必中で伝えます。
Oh yeah, you're gonna get right to it, aren't you? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I hear. Alright, say it. Fine, spare me the attitude and just say it already. After a light snap of the fingers, Michiru earnestly rests a hand on top of my thigh.
デートしてほしいの。この子と。
Oh, well then. Date, eh? You'll need to be elaborate. I don't understand why I should go on a date with you. Oh, damn. Okay. Careful now, Yuji. Come on.
だから私じゃないってば。この子と。
She never refers to herself as Michiru.
それで君から誘ってくれない？
Hold on a second. Why do I have to go on a date with Michiru? And even if I did have some obligation to go along those lines, I don't understand why it matters that I proposed the idea.
わからない。わかんないの？わかるでしょ。
He's never had a girlfriend, so... An expression of genuine surprise on her face. Michiru peers into my eyes.
この子が恥ずかしがりだからよ。それに怖いのよ。もし断られたら今後どう接していいかわからないじゃない。
Makes sense. What? She's never been turned down before?
そうじゃなくて、デート自体したことないのよ。少なくとも私が見てるうちはそんなことは一回もなかった。だからね。
So weird, the memories. The memories between you two is very weird. I refuse.
なんで？
Oh. In answer to Michiru's predictable response, I clear my throat and begin to explain. Why do you get to decide this? If Michiru really wants me to date her, she can try saying so herself. Leaving things long while she isn't here strikes me as meddling. Ooh.
何説明しても分かってくれないなんて。本当に頭カッチカチですね。
Damn, you think? Personally, I think holding a conversation with something like you demonstrates a fair degree of mental flexibility.
うるさい。そうやっていつまでも長々と説明してればいいじゃない。
Damn.
はい、わかりましたよ。そうですか、そうですか。
Oh, there's the sword disco. Michiru stands from her seat and flaps her hands around in an exaggerated gesture of exasperation.
本当に君ってめんどくさい人。
Yeah, I get that a lot. Not sure if you're the one to be talking, little Miss Trouble. Keeping the thought to myself, I pick up the fallen paperback book and search for the page I'd left off on. Previously, Michiru told me she found it frightening to have problems solved behind her back. I'm not about to start agreeing to secret plans for her benefit. Yeah, that would leave me with an ill feeling as well. I'd rather like the actual Michiru say that. Running my eyes along the printed lines, I return to enjoying the story, but after a little while, I once again feel the gaze of a certain someone on my face. She's back. The actual her. She said it. Her voice clearly came out louder and higher pitched than she expected. With a surprised little start, she takes it from the top.
あのね
What's wrong? The usual Michiru?
いつものそうよいつものミチルよ
Yeah, what's up?
別に貴重なんてしてないんだからね
Okay. Not quite what I meant, but whatever.
あのね
Yeah.
暇でしょあんたさ暇よね
She's gonna say it herself. Come on, Michiru. I flat the book in my hands in her general direction. I'm reading.
あいやそうじゃなくてほら暇でしょ退屈でしょ退屈だから本を読んでるんでしょ
Not really. You do know I enjoy books, right? Even if I were to run out of reading material and find myself with nothing else to do, I'd be perfectly content reading a book from the beginning.
じゃあ別の聞き方あんたさ忙しくて仕方ない
Come on.
もうやることが多
Please
く
say
て
it.
多くて即死
Come on. Come on, Michiru. I'm having a hard time imagining how one could become busy to the point of instant death, but either way, I can't say my plate is particularly full at the moment.
でしょそうよねそうだよね
Come on.
私もさそう言うと思ってね
Come on.
だよ実はね
Come on, だよね。
私も忙しくないのよね逆に暇なのよ
Hmm?
これすごくないこんな広い世界にそんなに忙しくもない二人が出会うなんて奇跡じゃない
Yeah, sure, that's nice. Alright, I'm going to get back to my book now. Oh.
ちょっと待ってそういうことじゃなくてねつまりさだからさせっかく寮に二人きりなんだし奇跡的なほどの忙しくなささだし
Come on, come on, say it.
こういつもと違うことしてもいいんじゃないかって
Oh. Not necessary. Alright, I'm going back to my book now. He's not going to do it unless she says it, saying it
だ
proper.
からねほらねダメかこれダメかにゃーわかった寝ます帰って寝ます
She tried so hard. Come on, Yuji. Michiru's so transparently desperate that I can't help feeling a little sympathy. I suppose it couldn't hurt to play along with the girls' games. Okay, we're doing it. Well, hold on. I think you know I do a regular training course every morning, but tomorrow I was thinking about doing a little running later on as well. What do you think? Want to come along on a little afternoon marathon? Okay. Hold on, let's hear that one more time.
行く行く行く
A fearsomely rapid response.
いや別に行きたいわけじゃないんだからねでもそうだスケジュール調べないとほら予定が入ってるかもしれないし
Michiru turns it back to me and begins rustling around furtively. What, you got a day planner on you?
うっせえわねこっち見ないでよね今スケジュールの確認に忙しいんだから
Nice. Mind if I take a look?
いいから待ってて今確認中
Kakuninchi. Alright, got it. Michiru pretends to tap buttons on a calculator. Apparently this is her idea of what checking a schedule involves. Interesting. Well, managed to adjust your schedule? Any conflicting appointments?
なかった
That was... I see. In that case, be in front of the school gate at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll take you along with me.
いやそうねわかったわあんた遅れたら承知しないからね
Yeah, and if you're late?
浮かれてる的な意味じゃなくて時間厳守的な意味のみで承知しないからね
God damn it, I just noticed there's a mosquito in here, little bastard. Right. Fine, sure, whatever.
それじゃあんたがそこまで言うなら仕方ないから明日
Michiru, I don't recall begging you.
何も言わなくていいから危ない
What was close?
いいから
She's on about herself.
仕方ないから明日行くからねそれじゃあ
And she's gone. And so it was agreed that Michiru would join in my training. I was planning a fairly long distance course, though. I wonder if she'll be alright. Oh, the wholesomes. Also, I don't remember saying a word about a date. But that is what she wants. That's what she wants. And we're going to end that here on a wholesome note. Yes. A very wholesome note indeed. So, yes, unfortunately, I am going to end this episode here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. Sonoja, guys. I will most certainly see you next time. But, oh, Michiru is becoming so wholesome. So wholesome. So damn wholesome. Yes, 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 yes. End.